Welcome back to We're Having Fun. I'm Mark. Hi.
Hi, I'm Krista.
Hello. It's another week of Spider-Man.
Our second Spider-Man in a row.
Yes.
We got one more coming up next week.
Yeah.
And then it'll be, we'll have another one in August, I think.
It'll be soon enough. But yeah, we're back. Even the news I have this week is Spider-Man related.
Okay.
Because Sony had their presentation thing at some point, and they released a 10-minute gameplay footage
Spider-Man
of the
2.
Spider-Man 2 game.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, looks really good. Looks very much like the first one, but with different elements, and looks really good.
Cool. I wouldn't know. I've never played it.
yeah, no. But yeah, it looks great. So I'm excited to see that. It has Kraven in it, and I'm like, oh man, if they do Kraven better than Sony does it on the movies, that's rough. But maybe they'll both be great.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. Any other news you got?
I think there's a new Barbie trailer out.
There is a new Barbie trailer.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen a screenshot of it where apparently they're arrested.
I did watch it. Yeah.
And it has Barbie and Ken.
Yeah.
Because people were making Skylar Sisters jokes about it.
Oh, okay. Because
that's the and Peggy.
Nice.
And Ken instead.
Yeah. Yeah. Still looks interesting. Yeah. It's probably going to be good for whatever it is, you know? Yeah. I can't decide if I want to see it or not, honestly.
Yeah, the thing is, when I've said this before, when they first showed Ken, I was like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But everything else I like about it so far that I've seen, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, and I mean, the joke is they go into the real world and they look like that, and everybody's like, oh, that's terrible.
That's weird.
So, yeah. I mean, you won't be the only one. At least it'll be like, yeah, this is confirming my belief on Ken's look. Yikes. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll be amazing. When does it come out, do you know?
Don't know. I don't think it's going to be something we cover for the podcast.
Yeah, unless it's a global phenomenon and we have an extra week where we don't have anything planned.
If it's
which is very possible.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, maybe when it's streaming. I don't know if I'd go pay $30 or $40, however much it costs to see a movie these days.
Yeah. And I think that up until the end of August, we may only have 2 empty slots to fill, so
yeah.
Yep.
We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see. It's going to have a lot of competition to fill those slots, probably. Or maybe not.
Who knows?
We'll see. All right. Well, then, I guess we can just get into the movie straight up.
Yeah.
Now tell me, what's the movie? Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man's return or introduction to the MCU. Not introduction to the MCU. He was in Civil War.
Yeah.
First movie.
His first solo movie in the MCU.
Yeah. He's back, baby. So I remember the theater and everything where I watched this in Phoenix with the recliner chairs. You could just lay back in it and stuff and just chill out. It was so great.
Must be nice.
Problem was I almost
fell asleep.
Yeah. It's so comfortable. It's great.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. What, did I fall asleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Considering that anytime you get in my recliner, you also snooze. So
I do. It's a tough snooze in your recliner because it doesn't lean back. So I'm just
it does lean back, but not where it's located.
Where it is. Not unless I move it across the room.
Yeah, it would have to be.
And then it's weird. But man, it's a good theater.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I did not see this in the theater.
Oh, really? You were opposed to it?
Yep, so opposed.
Not my Spider-Man.
No,
Bring back Toby.
No, I just didn't see it until it came out on DVD.
Okay.
So.
Well, all right. I think I saw it opening night or the Friday after. So, yeah, I was in there. I did that with kind of all the Marvel movies while I was in Phoenix. We saw them immediately. Yeah. So, what happened in this movie?
Well, first off, we start with, I don't know what his first name is. Toons.
Adrian.
Okay, yes. Thank you. Because I don't remember them saying it. They probably did.
He's like, yo, Adrian.
Yeah, I'm sure they did that exactly.
They did that a lot.
Yeah,
when
but
Tyne Daly ran in there.
Yo, Adrian!
Yo, Adrian! We're damage control!
But it kept, like, every time, because we always have the subtitles on.
Yeah.
So every time it would say he was speaking, it would just say Toombs. So I'm like, that's what he is to me. He's just Toombs. He does not have a first name. So he is there. He has a kid's drawing of the Avengers.
Yeah.
And he is cleaning up with his crew after the Battle of New York.
Yep. New York's in disrepair.
Yep. So they've got all of, like, the Chitauri tech and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, wow.
salvaging it all.
This is so cool. We could probably do a lot of cool stuff with this.
They can do a lot of good together. Couple of guys like us.
And then suddenly Tyne Daly comes in. She's like, shut it down. Shut it all down. You can't do this anymore.
Yes. The glorious introduction of damage control.
Yeah, the department.
Damage control.
U.S. Department of Damage Control.
Yeah, they started talking again about damage control having their own thing again. Like, I can't remember if it was a TV show or movie.
What? No, don't do it.
They were talking about it, and now it's kind of fallen off again. And I'm
Thank
like,
goodness.
Why does this keep coming up?
Why? No one wants this.
Stop trying to make damage control a thing. It's not a thing. Nobody wants damage control. Who buys the comics? Who buys damage control comics? I want to know.
Anyway, so, yeah, their whole operation gets shut down. But he's like, but we have families. What are we supposed to do?
It turns into a Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, exactly. And Tyne Daly's just like, she's like, I don't care about your family.
Yeah. It's not my fault.
Leave this stuff alone. Not my family, not my problem. So, yeah. But they didn't turn in all of the alien salvage. They did have some of it.
Yeah, real poor
over.
Work by damage control there.
I mean, do we expect anything?
They just slip something in their pocket. No. One guy just puts it in his pocket.
Right in front of them.
No one checks their pockets before they leave.
No, obviously not.
They're like, you'll be persecuted or prosecuted, not persecuted. You'll be
both. You will be both persecuted and prosecuted.
To the fullest extent.
Of the law and of the public opinion.
Yeah. But none of that happens.
No.
It's kind of ridiculous.
So, yeah, they get away with some of the alien tech.
Uh-huh.
Then it's 8 years later, suddenly, and they've created their own weapons with all of that tech that they stole.
Yep. He's got one guy working for him as the Tinkerer. Mm-hmm. Phineas something.
Phineas and Ferb. His last name is Ferb.
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah. And then the Shocker. Not like that.
I just say it that way. It's so weird.
If you've listened to my old podcast,
nobody knows about your
Defenders of the Ark, it is not available any longer.
Why are you telling people about it?
I'm imagining I have a lot of old fans that came over with me on this. My friend Justin told the story of the animated series where the voices for all of them, the Shocker was voiced by the guy who does Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
and it sounded like the Shocker.
Oh, bother.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's how I think of the Shocker now.
I mean, he does a lot of voices. So.
He does, yeah. But this one was not
Jim
great.
Cummings. That's his name.
Jim Cummings. E.E. Cummings.
No.
Oh.
That's, no.
They're related, though. Sisters.
Sisters. No, I don't think so. Oh, man.
But yeah, they're making moves, making $1 million moves.
Okay. And they have all these weapons that they've been working on, and they also have a flying suit that they have made for Adrian Toombs.
Yeah, he's the Vulture.
He's the Vulture.
Although they don't really say the Vulture. They say that Vulture guy.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, they never actually call him Vulture. They just call him that Vulture guy.
But we know.
We know.
Because we're smart.
Yeah.
We know the lore.
So then we have...
Cut to. Smash cut. Star wipe.
We have the Marvel theme, but it's not the Marvel theme.
No.
The Marvel intro, but it's the Spider-Man theme.
Yep.
So, okay. There we go.
Burr, burr, burr.
Yep. And then...
It's the Aerosmith version.
And then cut to. Black screen. White.
White. Fade in. Zoom cut.
White typeface.
Trolley
I don't know what to call it. And it says, a film by Peter Parker.
Yes.
Because this is the little video diary that Peter has been making.
Uh-huh.
So he's got like all of this stuff from when he went to Berlin.
Yep, in the Civil War.
He got his new suit. He fought everybody in Civil War, and he's like trying to film it, and they're like, underoos.
Yeah.
He's like, gotta go.
Oh, that's me.
And then like Ant-Man comes up big behind him. He's like, oh, he's big now. And then drops the camera. Yeah, so he's just
very funny stuff.
Yeah,
I loved it.
It's very cute. So he's got his little video diary and everything, but he's not an Avenger.
No.
And they take him back home after everything.
Yeah, he's riding in a limo or a car with
Tony
and Happy.
Mm-hmm. And they
Tony's in a good mood after Rhodey has just been paralyzed. And Tony is fine.
He's like, my best friend.
Cracking jokes.
He's like, my best friend can't walk, but I am in such a good mood.
Everything went great.
He's like, Captain America sucks. I just found out that that's when he finds out about his. I've just found out Bucky Barnes killed my parents.
Yeah. Everything is great.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. I am back to the sarcastic Tony, like, baby.
I don't care about all this. How's your hot Aunt May?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So
bad taste, Tony. Bad taste.
Yeah, that's weird. But their cover is that Peter has an internship with Stark Industries, and he had to go to some kind of thing for that in Berlin. And yeah. So he gives him the suit.
Mm-hmm.
And he almost makes Happy take it all the way upstairs for him and everything. Yeah. But he's like, no, I can carry it myself.
Yeah.
And then Tony goes to
open
the door, and Peter thinks he's trying to hug him, and he's like, not trying to hug you.
We're not there yet, bro. Just opening the door.
Yep. So that's pretty funny.
It feels like something it's like one of those things where somebody's waving and you wave at them.
Oh gosh, and you're like, oh, and they're waving at the person behind you or whatever, and you're like, oh, and you just like hi. slowly put your hand back down, like, okay, this is embarrassing. Yeah. But he keeps telling them, hey, whenever you need me, just give me a call and everything. They're like, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
And then 2 months later, he hasn't heard anything.
He's been just spam texting.
Yeah, Happy. He's like, hey,
office updates.
I'm going to school. I'll be out of school at 2:45. Just let me know if you need me. And they never need him.
Yeah, they're ignoring him.
Yeah. So he goes to school. This is where we meet some of the people there. So we meet Ned.
Yeah.
Ned is his best friend. They're going to make a Lego Death Star together. They're going to put it together. They're very excited about it.
Very excited. We meet Flash Thompson.
Yes, Flash Thompson, who is a jerk.
He is.
And he thinks he's cool.
Yeah.
But he's not.
He is very much not.
And do you remember last week when I was like, hey, I'm going to watch Willow? Uh-huh. That guy is in Willow.
Is he?
He was, well, you can't watch it now because it's no longer on Disney Plus.
Oh, is it actually gone now?
I'm pretty sure it's actually gone. I did manage to watch it before it went off, though. So got to see the only season that they'll ever have of it.
And your thoughts on Willow?
It was all right. Not the best
glowing
thing.
Reviews.
Yeah, not a glowing review.
Not as good as the movie, or?
Well, the movie's not that great, honestly, either.
I mean,
but it has nostalgia, it has a place in my heart,
I have an opposite place.
Yeah, exactly. So I liked it when I was growing up.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to have seen more of it.
Yeah.
If they had kept it going, I would have watched it. But I also not that sad that it's not getting more seasons also.
Yeah.
But anyway, the character that this guy plays, I forget what his name is. It's Tony something.
Stark.
No.
He's
no Tony Stark. Anyway, his character, he grew on me. Okay. And I was like, and now I see him as Flash and I'm like, dang it. No, I liked him better in Willow. I actually liked him in it. So
he received death threats for this role. So
for Flash Thompson?
Yeah, because he was a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah. People
That's
are dumb.
sad.
People are
Why would you do
real
that?
dumb. I don't know.
I mean, I don't like Flash, but I have nothing against
It's
the
not
actor.
a real person, guys.
Right?
How about y'all chill out?
That's like, the people who play the bad guys in the movie. It's like, they're acting.
Yeah.
Well, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I don't know. So weird.
People are...
They got
people
problems.
need help.
So yeah, he's there. We get to see Peter. We get to see him working in science class.
Yeah.
He's secretly making his web fluid
Yeah.
in class, but he's hiding it in his desk and
We
everything.
also get to see he's very smart. He knows all the answers.
Yes, because
So we
they're...
got nerdy science Peter.
and Flash does not know all the answers.
Yeah. But he tries. And that's important.
Is it though? He tries to be first, is what it is. He tries to answer first, and it does not work out well for him.
Yeah.
They're training for the academic decathlon, is that what it's called? And
Martin Starr is there.
Yes, because he's
teacher.
their teacher.
Yeah, we saw him in Incredible Hulk as not Amadeus Cho.
Yes. Yes. So obviously, since he got in trouble for letting Hulk in...
Yeah, he had to go into teaching.
Because he was bribed with pizza, he became a teacher instead. Yeah.
What an arc for him.
Wow.
Yeah, love Martin Starr.
Yeah, I do too. I really liked him in this, especially
really good,
one scene later that I was just like, this is great. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So they
also on the team, Cindy Moon becomes Silk.
Okay.
The Asian girl.
I did not know that's who that was.
That was Cindy Moon.
Okay. Also, a guy named Abe.
Yep.
who likes to ring the bell and make jokes.
Yeah.
Basically.
I told you not to use that for comedic purposes.
Yep. And also, Michelle is on the team.
Uh-huh.
This is Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Yeah.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Who else? Oh, and Ned is on there too on the team.
Yeah.
So there's probably somebody else.
Liz.
Yeah. Yeah. Liz is
she's a hot girl. Hot girl on campus.
Popular, and of course Peter has a crush on her.
Yeah.
They're getting ready for a trip to Washington DC, and Peter's
for
like
nationals.
Yeah, and Peter's like, I'm not going.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, Peter, you have to go.
Playing.
And he's like, no, I gotta be around just in case they need me for that Stark internship thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, I guess Flash can take your place. And Flash is like, yeah. And we're all like, boo.
Hate you.
Oh gosh. But yeah, he's like, but what if Mr. Stark calls and he needs my help for something, so I have to stay.
Yeah.
So after school, he goes off. It's time for him to be Spider-Man for the rest of the day, I guess. So he goes off to this alley, and he keeps his spider suit, or his Spidey suit, whatever, in his backpack. So in the alleyway, he just changes out of his street clothes into his suit.
And just out in the open, just anybody can see him. Yeah. And he's not particularly fast either.
No, he's very slow about it.
He's awkward.
Yeah, but he gets a suit on. He webs his backpack so that he can come back for it later.
Yeah,
and then he goes off and he starts doing his stuff.
Yep.
Oh, I did forget to say that before he changes, he goes to like the bodega or whatever across the street, the deli or whatever.
Oh yeah, the deli.
And he gets a sandwich.
Yeah.
Talks to the guy there, pets the cat.
Yeah.
And then
$5 sandwich and candy.
And 2 packages of gummy worms.
Yeah, in New York.
Yeah, because I was like, that's a good deal. Yeah. So anyway, he changes into his suit. He goes off. He starts trying to help people. He stops somebody from stealing a bike, but he doesn't know who the bike belongs to. So he leaves a note on it. And he's like, this is your bike. Here you go. If it's not, leave it alone.
Don't steal it. Love Spider-Man.
He gives some lady directions.
Yeah.
He tries to stop a guy from stealing a car.
Yeah.
But it turns out that the car does belong to that guy. The alarm goes off, and all the neighbors and stuff are like, hey, turn that alarm off. What are you doing? That's his car. And one of the neighbors is Stan Lee.
Yeah.
And his name in it is Gary, I think. I wrote it down.
Sounds right.
Gary. Yeah. And he starts talking to somebody across the way, and that's it. And he's like,
the cameo.
He's like, that's his car. Leave him alone.
Yeah, he slammed his face into that car.
Yeah, he did. He did. It's like, ow. It's not really and he's like, how was I supposed to know?
Well, why did you think? I mean, it kind of looked like he was, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Can't assume, Peter.
Yeah. So he takes a little break. He calls Happy to let him know what all he's been doing around town. Apparently the lady he helped with directions gave him a churro and everything.
It's a good day.
It's a good day. Yep. And then he notices there are these guys trying to break into the bank, trying to rob the bank, trying to rob the ATM.
Yep.
And he goes down there to figure out what's going on. They're all wearing Avengers masks.
Yep.
So, of course, he comes up and he's like, hey, it's the Hulk and Thor. I haven't met you guys yet. Because, of course, they weren't in Civil War.
Yeah.
Because they're all
the Avengers
doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's like, Tony Stark, you're a billionaire. You don't need this money. But these bank robbers have alien tech that they got from somewhere.
Where?
Ooh, who could have given it to them? I don't know. But anyway, they fight and everything, use the tech against him. Mm-hmm. And
they got like an anti-gravity gun kind of deal.
And then they also have some kind of thing that it's like a laser gun that just lasers through things.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, it ends up lasering through the building.
Yeah.
And across the street to the deli.
Yeah, just slices that deli in half.
Which is where Mr. Delmar is, the guy who he had the sandwich from earlier.
And
Murph.
They were both
the
over
cat.
there.
Yep. And there's like a big explosion and everything.
Yeah.
He goes over there. Peter goes over there to save Mr. Delmar and Murph.
They're fine.
They're good. And the bank robbers got away.
Yeah.
But I guess it was all caught on tape with like CCTV footage and everything.
Yeah, and I guess they didn't really end up stealing much money.
Probably not.
He'd stopped them beforehand.
They were probably just like, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all over the news and everything.
Yep.
They show a picture of Spider-Man coming out of... Was he like coming out of a porta potty or something? And he has like toilet paper stuck to...
Stock photo to his
foot, yeah.
Rough go.
Yeah. But before it's all on the news and everything, he has to get home.
Yeah, sneaks back into his room.
Sneaks back in there. He sneakily closes the door and everything, and then he turns around and Ned is on his bed.
Yeah.
With the Death Star, Lego Death Star.
He already put it all together.
Yeah.
Didn't even wait on Peter.
Because he said he was going to put like the skeleton of it together and they could finish it.
I guess so.
But anyway, he's got that and he's like, oh my god, you're Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And so now Ned knows his secret. But he's like, you can't tell Aunt May. Mm-hmm. Find out Aunt May is not a fan of Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I just don't like that guy.
And she's also not a great cook because she just sets the lasagna on fire.
Yeah, so they have to go eat.
Going to get Thai food.
Yep.
And Ned wants to go, but Peter does not allow it.
Yes.
Ned wants to go because Aunt May's there.
Yeah, because Aunt May is hot.
Yeah.
We all know this.
It's a running gag.
I mean, when you have Marissa Tomei as Aunt May, what do you expect? So, yeah, but...
They go get some Thai food, and Pete seems very distracted. Yes. I don't know. Aunt May's wanting to know what's going on. Mm-hmm. He needs a new backpack because he lost his backpack.
Yeah, and she's like, that's like the 5th one or something.
Yeah, he's a mess.
He's a mess, yep, because when he went back to change back into his street clothes, his backpack was missing.
Yeah, that's New York for you.
Yep, guess so.
So, next day, go back to school.
Mm-hmm. At school, there's like this assembly or whatever.
Yeah.
The coach is...
Hannibal Buress.
Yes.
Really funny comedian.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who he is, but...
I've seen him live before. He's great. But he's showing a video.
Mm-hmm. It's Captain America.
Yes.
And I can't even remember what he was talking about in it. In that one.
I don't know, but Hannibal Buress was like, I'm pretty sure this guy's a war criminal, but we got to show it anyway. So,
yeah. Yeah,
do little stuff in Civil War. Yeah. He was... what was he talking about? Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember like the detention one and the last one. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know.
And then there's the detention one goes straight into puberty.
Yeah.
The puberty one. Yeah. So apparently Captain America, they've just got him with just doing these videos subject, for everything that you could possibly need.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
But Ned won't shut up. He keeps asking about everything.
Yes. Keeps asking him all these questions questions, and he tells him, he wants to be the guy in the chair and everything. He wants to be the guy who helps him.
Yeah.
And they overhear Liz talking to some other girls, and they're talking about they're doing an F, Marry, kill thing where they're like, oh, Thor, they would kill Hulk. I can't remember who they were going to marry.
Marry Stark, I think, right?
Maybe.
Iron Man. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. But they're like, but what about Spider-Man? And this is when we find out that Liz kind of has a little bit of a crush on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And so
they're like,
Ned's
he's like 30.
Yeah. So Ned's like, oh man, this is your chance. And he's like, Peter knows Spider-Man.
Oh,
and Peter's like, why? Why are you doing this to me?
How could this happen?
Please stop. Yeah.
Terrible.
So, of course, Flash overhears this and is like, well, if you know Spider-Man, why don't you invite him to Liz's party?
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, y'all should come to my party.
Exactly. And
so nice they weren't invited before.
And Peter's like, I don't do parties. But they do decide to go.
Yeah.
Because Ned is like, she likes Spider-Man. This is your in,
Mm-hmm.
And
you just show up as Spider-Man and say, hey, I'm friends with Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And then you give me like a dab.
Then you like give me a bro hug or something.
Half hug, yeah,
high five, something. Bro fist.
And we'll be cool forever.
Yeah. So they decide to go to the party.
Yeah.
Ned shows up in this dumb hat.
Oh, Ned. Yeah.
And they pretends to like it.
Yeah.
There's no way she likes that.
Not a good hat.
But yeah, he shows up in this dumb hat. They see Liz there, of course, because she lives there.
It's her party.
House. But she's like,
what are you doing here, Liz?
But she's glad to see him there and everything.
Yeah.
But of course, Flash is the DJ at the party, and he keeps
DJ Flash.
Oh my gosh! And he keeps doing the little penis Parker thing, which is
that's
like
his joke.
It wasn't funny the first time.
It's really not.
It's definitely not funny the next 10 times you do it. But whatever.
Zendaya's there, not caring about anything.
Yeah, because they're like, what are you doing at the party? And she's like, I'm not at the party. And she just walks off. Yep. So Peter's like, all right, I'm going to go get changed into my costume and everything. Or he's wearing it under his clothes. But he's like, I'm going to go ahead and swing in and do what I need to do and everything. Yeah. And right before he can do it, he sees this explosion off in the distance. And he's like, dang it, I got to go check out what this is. I got to see what's going on. So he goes out there.
It's rough. It's kind of out in the suburbs a little bit, so he doesn't really have a bunch of buildings to swing off of.
Yes.
Got like some trees and poles, but at a golf course, he like has nothing to shoot at.
He just has to run across the golf course.
And Ned had asked him earlier, like, how far do your webs shoot? He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, not very far, apparently.
So he just shoots it out there and it just goes nowhere.
Yep. So he finds out where the explosion is coming from. He gets there. Donald Glover is there.
He is, yeah.
So it's like, hey, what are you doing? So he's there. He's... some of Vulture's guys are there too.
Yeah.
Shocker and some other guy.
The other guy who doesn't have a personality yet.
Yeah. He's just the guy.
Other guy.
He's like the other guy. He's just the guy. He's the driver or
the
whatever.
Bald guy. Well, I guess the other guy's bald too. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, but the other guy's bald and bearded. And
there you go. Yeah.
This is the bald shaved
smooth
guy.
Head guy.
This is smooth face guy.
Yeah.
That's what
they call him smooth face. Super dangerous guy.
Exactly. It's like, man, I hear that name and I just shiver. So they're trying to sell some of these, weapons to Donald Glover.
Yeah, and they're just demonstrating them under a bridge, just out in the open.
Yeah.
And Donald Glover's like, I don't need anything that big. Just stuff to stick people up with, you know?
Yeah, he's thinking like, just a gun.
Yeah.
I just need a pistol. I don't know.
Regular weapons here. They've got like, I can't remember what they call them, like stuff that can crawl up buildings and stuff. And he's like, oh, what's that? But then he gets interrupted.
Yeah. So Spider-Man shows up and tries to stop him.
Well, Ned calls his phone and sets off his polka music or whatever it was. What was it?
I don't know.
It was something like that. His ringtone.
Yeah,
super annoying. Never puts his phone on silent for some reason.
I never have mine where you can hear it. Mine is like always on silent.
So I can hear it.
It's like if anybody calls me, I'm sorry, I'm not going to hear it.
I know.
If it's an emergency, you just better hope that I am looking at my phone because sometimes I do put it on vibrate, but I don't get a lot of phone calls, so it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
No one calls me. And I'm okay okay with that. I hate talking on the phone, so we're good.
But he jumps down. They think that Donald Glover sold him out.
Yes.
And Spider-Man jumps down. It's like, don't shoot him, shoot me.
Yeah. So they do.
Like, okay.
So he gets like thrown around a lot. Yeah. And they're like, we got to get out of here. So Donald Glover jumps in his car and he gets out of there. And then, I'm going by. Yeah. And the other guys jump in their van and they head out. And Spider-Man goes after him. And so he chases him for a while.
Well, I mean, he gets dragged by the van for a long time.
Yeah.
It's not really a chase.
True. I mean, he's still behind them. That counts. He finally catches up to him, and as he's about to jump on top of the van, Vulture comes out of nowhere and grabs him and pulls him up into the air and everything. He activates his parachute to get away. Fortunately, he gets tangled up in it and falls into the river. Yeah. And he's drowning, and something flies into the river.
Yeah. I thought it was Vulture for a second. I forgot.
I did too, and I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, no, I know who it is.
Yeah.
It's Iron Man.
It's Iron Man.
Iron Man comes save them.
Iron Man comes save him.
Iron Man comes save him.
During the chase also, though, some of the weapons fell out of the van.
Well, one of them.
One of them, yeah. Yeah. So Iron Man saves him. Mm-hmm. They're dog petting the dog. No. He takes him over and they have a little talk about what he's doing. He needs to chill.
Yeah, because Spider-Man's like, but no one's listening to me. Yeah. Because he keeps trying to call Happy and Happy's just like, I don't have time for you. Yeah. And if he tries to call Tony, I don't even know if he can call Tony. Yeah. And so it's like...
He's like, just stick to the little old ladies giving you churros and stuff.
And he's like, and if you come across any more of those weapons, just let us know. And it's like, I've been calling you when I come across this and you're not doing anything.
I mean, he does make it clear that he is listening to him because he does mention the lady with the churros and stuff, but they also don't really say anything to him, so he's not picking up on because he's angry. Yeah. And he's like, you're not hearing me, and then they are, but they need to be made to make it apparent. I guess they don't want him calling constantly like he is. Yeah. I don't know.
But I mean...
It's tough raising children.
Guess so. Anyway, so it turns out that Tony's not even in the suit.
He's not. He's in India. Yeah.
So that also makes Peter mad because he's like, they can't even...
Couldn't even show up to save me.
Exactly. It's like, you just sent the suit. Okay. So he's pissed off about it. He finds one of the weapons, one that fell out of the van. Yeah. And he takes it with him because he's like...
To school.
He's like, fine, I'll do it myself. Exactly. So, yep. Like
takes it to school and they just beat on it with a hammer.
Yeah.
to get it out.
To try to take it apart.
Energy core in it. They want to look up.
And meanwhile, back at the Vulture's headquarters or whatever, they show up again. The two guys that he was chasing, they show up. Vulture's not happy about it.
Mad. They were like, why is this red suited guy coming after us? Nobody's supposed to care about us.
Yeah, and Vulture's like, I told you don't be just shooting these things out in the open. Yeah. What are you doing? And Shocker's like, well, maybe I just don't want to be a part of this anymore, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna tell people what you've been doing and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, why are you telling him that you're gonna like tattle on him? Yeah. So
a dumb move.
So he shoots him.
Shoots him with an alien gun. Shoots Shocker with an alien gun.
Yeah, he disintegrates.
Yep. He thought it was the anti-gravity gun.
And he's like, I thought that's not the anti-gravity gun? No. So he takes his little Shocker thing that he's been holding on his hand and everything, and he gives it to the other guy.
Gives it to Smoothface.
So now Smoothface
Shocker
is now Smoothface Shocker. Yeah. No, he's just the new Shocker.
And those gauntlets were repurposed from Crossbones' when he had the gauntlets. That's what they were. And they made him into the Shocker.
I don't even remember when he had... I don't even remember Crossbones having gauntlets.
In, was it Civil War, I guess? Whenever the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would be... I don't know.
Okay.
We watched a lot of Marvel movies. Okay.
We've seen quite a bit.
They're all running together. I'm surprised that I even remembered that Bucky was in Civil War and all that thing,
That Bucky was in, so he was the main point of the movie. Can you believe I actually remember Bucky was in it? He was like a real minor character. Boy, can you miss him?
he wasn't in it very much.
Y'all might not have seen him. He was kind of in the background. This has been Krista's bragging moment again. So anyway.
So yeah, I don't remember Crossbones very much.
I don't remember that. Anyway, so he's a new shocker.
Yeah. So they take apart the weapon and everything at school.
Yeah.
And then the guys track that weapon. They have something that can track it. And it did some kind of a burst or something, and so they can track it there. So Shocker shows up there, and some other guy.
Yeah.
And while they're there, Peter puts a tracker on the bad guys.
Yeah, a lot of trackers happening.
Yes, exactly. Trackers just everywhere.
Yeah.
We're just tracking everything. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to figure out. I had in my notes that he puts a tracker, and I'm like, when?
Which one?
There's too many. So, yeah. But this tracker leads to Maryland. Yeah. So they're like, that must be where their headquarters is or whatever. It's where their lair is.
They gotta have a lair.
Exactly. They're bad guys. They have a lair. Mm-hmm. So he's like, okay, we can go to the decathlon. Yeah. And DC's.
We'll just get them there.
Right there at Maryland. Yeah. So, So that's what they do. Yep. He shows up and they're like, oh, glad to have you back on the team, Peter.
Flash is like, we're not just going to take you back.
Yeah.
And then Martin Starr was like, hey, welcome back, Peter.
Yeah. He's like, you can take Flash's place.
Yeah.
Flash is like, oh, darn it.
Poor Flash.
No. So they all head to Washington, D.C. When they get there, he heads on off to try to find, or he's about to head off to go find the guys. They do find out that while they're on the bus, Happy calls him and is like, what are you doing? Yeah, you left New York.
Yeah, they're tracking him.
Mm-hmm, because there's another tracker, of course, in his suit. So he's like...
So they hack it out.
He's like, I'm just going to the academic decathlon.
It's nothing.
And he's like, yeah, that's nothing, don't worry.
Yeah. I'll be the judge of if it's nothing. It's nothing. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
So once they get to the hotel room, he and Ned take the tracker out of his suit so that they can't use it. And while they're in there, they realize there's a lot of, there's training.
To the suit.
It's like, it got a training wheels program that is on it right now. So they take that off of there.
Yeah, they just unlock everything in the suit.
Exactly. So he starts to head out. He meets up. He sees Liz when he's about to walk out of the hotel.
They're
and she's like, we're going swimming. Come swimming with us. Yeah. And he's like, oh, I can't. I got to do the Spider-Man thing. So he leaves.
Did you go on many high school trips when you were in high school like this? Because we would always go for band trips. And it was like everybody going to the pool. We're all going.
I never went to one where we went to a pool.
Oh, really? Well, the hotel pool.
The one... Okay, so I went to New York for one thing. Uh-huh. There was not a pool in that hotel.
New York.
So, did not do a pool thing there. Yeah. And then went to an academic kind of thing in Birmingham, which is not far. Yeah. It was not far from where I lived. Yeah. So, but there was not a pool there either, but that hotel was connected to a big, Galleria. Yeah. So we would just go down and, go to the stores and sit around in the food court and everything.
Nice.
And then we would all a bunch of us would pile into one room and watch a movie.
Yeah.
At night.
Yeah. So. There was one time where there was a sauna, which I feel like I've told you this story, but I don't know if I told it on there was a sauna, so me and some friends were in the sauna, and this woman, and I guess her daughter, I don't know, came in, and they were hanging out in the sauna, and it had a really strong smell. I feel like it smelled like chocolate. So I said... What? It did. So I was like, man, it smells like chocolate in here. And this lady was like, actually, I'm a connoisseur of chocolate, and this does not smell like chocolate at all. Lady, just... Who cares?
Who's a connoisseur of chocolate?
Actually, I'm a connoisseur of chocolate.
It's lady, did I ask you?
Yeah, no. We're all just like, okay, I guess it doesn't smell like chocolate. I'm sorry, lady. Yeah.
Weird.
Those were fun trips. I look back fondly on them.
I do remember at one of those, it was one of the Birmingham ones. The bed was close to the wall, and I kind of fell in between the bed and the wall, and I got stuck there for a minute, and everybody was laughing, and I was like, I'm stuck! And then we did get in trouble in New York because we were...
Robbing?
Because I was in one room with some friends, and the room next to the wall, or like across the wall, like, there was a wall between us. It was another group of friends, and we got in trouble because we were beating La Cucaracha on the wall between our rooms.
You jerks.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I also got in trouble once.
Because we were like, nobody else will hear this. It's just between these two rooms.
Yeah, no one will hear that.
Yeah.
I went into some guys' rooms. They were playing Madden or something, and I jumped in on the game, and I did this really big play and scored. So I started jumping up and down, and we got security called on us because I was making too much noise jumping up and down. So anyway, he's got to go. He looks down from the skylight. It's like, I wish I could swim with the ladies. I don't know.
Sorry, I was just thinking of something else, of another field trip kind of thing in high school.
Yeah.
Or maybe it wasn't high school.
Maybe it was last year.
No, I think it was like middle school or something. But we didn't stay at a hotel or anything. It was just a day thing. And it was another academic thing. But our teacher took us to the, what's it called?
Louvre.
When you, no, it's not a golf course, but it's like a golfing, like you can.
Country club? Oh, no. Top golf?
No, it's not Top Golf.
Oh.
It's just like
golfing games.
No, it's like a driving range.
Driving range.
He just took us to a driving range, and there were like maybe 15 of us. And we're like, none of us play golf. None of us know anything about golf. Yeah. But we were just playing around and everything. And somebody, it was not me. Somebody was my friend. She was going to, she was about to swing. Yeah. And somebody else was... bending down to get a golf ball out of one of the little buckets. And she hit him in the head with her golf club. And had to go to the emergency room and had to get stitches. Yikes. So.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful on that driving range.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Needless to say, the next year we did not get to go to the driving range.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
All right. He heads off. He's heartbroken.
Yeah.
He misses them. What happens? Oh, he gets up and they're sitting in a van at a gas station.
Yes.
But he's trying to throw out some webs, but it's not really working. It's throwing out like cluster webs.
Well, before he heads out there, this is when he realized that his suit talks to him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So he has his own little spider suit person, kind of a Jarvis / Friday, I think is the name of his other
Girl
one.
Friday, yeah.
Yep.
Voiced by Jennifer Connelly.
Yes, this one is voiced by Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah, and who's married to Paul Bettany.
Yes.
Who's voices Jarvis / Vision.
So he realizes that he has that. It can talk to him. Yep. And that's when he goes to, because he's like, get me to this location, wherever it's tracking. And it helps him get him there. They're at a gas station. Yep. He can hear what they're saying because she like does a little surveillance thing.
Yeah, and his little tracker has a little thing so he can hear it. Yeah.
And they mentioned something about the Triskelion mess. Yep. What is that?
That's from Winter Soldier, where the 3 different ships.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, what the heck is that? I don't know. Because I'm like, I know that like the Battle of New York was like Chitauri. Yeah. So I wrote it down because I was like, I don't know what this is, but I guess the try should have been a clue.
I had to look it up too, don't worry.
Okay, thank goodness.
I think this is where they also mention the whole Crossbones deal. They mention like Lagos and stuff.
Maybe. So. Anyways, so yeah, that's when he's trying to do some stuff with his...
Yeah, he's on top of a sign and he jumps down. He's going to swing over there and he just falls face first into the ground. He's like, what happened? She's like, you jumped from a height and fell flat on your face.
He also... She asks something about, would you like to activate something? He's like, yeah, that sounds good. And then she's like, okay, activating instant kill. And he's like, no, I don't want to kill anybody. And so, that when he activates whatever that is, that's what changes his web stuff. Yeah. Because it changes to a, like...
I think he was defaulted to the, like, scatter ones, and then he changes it to an electrified web.
Yeah.
And it's just
a taser web.
Yeah. And then he activates the battle mode or whatever it is.
I think he
instant kills.
I thought he had already done that because I thought he did that while he was on top of the sign.
It might have been.
But anyway, she's like, you don't know your...
Oh, yeah. I think it's like the default of battle mode is that. Yeah, you're right.
But she's like, you don't know your web settings very well, do you? Or something.
Do you need a refresher course?
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, no. He's like, just choose something for me.
Yeah.
So these other trucks show up.
Yeah.
And
so
then
does the Vulture.
Also the Vulture shows up. He gets into one of the trucks to grab some stuff out of there. So Peter shows up to try to stop him.
Yeah. I think Spider-Man tries to take off after him, and it's like split webs. He's like, what was that? And she's like, you told me to choose.
Yeah, something like that. So, but he does make it there, and they fight a little bit.
Yeah, Vulture's trying to steal stuff out of the truck. Mm-hmm. It's a damage-controlled truck. So they're trying to get more stuff so that they can use and sell.
Yeah, but they fight, and Peter ends up falling into the truck, and whatever the little tech that they were using to keep it open, it makes like a little portal kind of thing.
Yep.
It falls off.
Yeah.
And so he's stuck in the truck.
He is.
So he ends up in damage control deep storage vault.
Yeah, he thought he was going to have to fight his way out, so he blasts the doors open and nobody's there.
No.
Just a bunch of different crates.
Yep.
For the damage control vault.
And his suit is like, it'll open again in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you can get out. He ends up naming his suit.
Yep.
Karen.
Yep.
And he spends some time playing around with the webs.
Yeah, because he can't get out. So yeah, he's like, well, might as well learn about these webs.
Yeah, there's like a grenade web.
Yeah. All these things you can use in Spider-Man the game. Just play the game.
When?
Now.
When do I have time?
You have so much time.
No, I don't. I have to read fan fiction. It is imperative.
People are counting on me.
They have to be read by someone. I'm doing the Lord's work. Oh my gosh.
Maybe I'll just play it in front of you while you read it.
Sure, I've got it on.
There you go.
Just come over, play it. I'll watch.
There you go.
Kind of.
Half-assedly.
I'm like, I'll watch out of like one eye.
Yeah.
While I'm reading with the other. So, he can't get out, of course.
He tells her about Liz.
Yep.
He's like, I like this girl, but I can't tell her because I'm Spider-Man.
Yep.
She's like, I don't understand. Why not?
Just do it, bro. Yeah.
He's like, how long have we been in here? It felt like forever. It's been like 8 minutes or 38 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 38 minutes or something like that. So he's in there all night, basically.
Yeah. He tries to hack the door. Mm-hmm. It's not going well.
No. He does manage to get out.
Yeah, but it's already the morning.
Yeah, and he couldn't use his cell phone while he was in there because it was blocking.
No service.
But he does manage to get out in the morning, but he's missed the whole competition. Uh-huh. Michelle was the one who ended up getting like the last question correct and helped them win the whole thing.
Everybody's happy.
Yep.
But they also find out, they learn that the little orb that they had found in that weapon is only activated by radiation. Mm-hmm. And it's a bomb, basically.
It's basically a bomb. Yeah. And so he's trying to get in touch with Ned.
Ned has it in his backpack.
In his backpack. And he finally gets in touch with Ned, and he will not listen to him.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to say, hey, it's a bomb. The glowy thing is a bomb. And he's like, oh, what? I can't. We're in the Washington Monument. I gotta.
Well, it's because somebody takes his phone.
Well,
doesn't Michelle take the phone or something?
Liz takes the phone at one point.
Liz, okay. Oh, yeah, Liz takes the phone.
But he's also telling him, hey, we're in the Washington Monument.
Oh, and that's like, after, right. That's right.
And he keeps saying, he's like, it's a bomb. Yeah. What are you doing? Don't just have it with you.
And they got to run everything underneath the X-ray machine.
Yep.
To get into the Washington Monument.
Yep.
That sets the bomb.
Guess what X-rays are? Radiation. Yeah. So, yep. So they go up in the elevator, and the bomb goes off like right at the top, basically.
Yep.
And he gets there in time to see everything going down, I guess.
Yeah. He's got to climb up the Washington Monument.
Yep.
It's taking forever.
Mm-hmm. It's a big monument.
It is. Very tall.
Mm-hmm. But he has to climb it. He gets up there.
He can only get in through a window, but it's like 4-inch thick ballistic glass, so it's very difficult to get into.
And he used his parachute, so he doesn't have a parachute on his suit anymore.
So if he falls,
he's a goner.
dead. Yeah.
So he's trying to break through this little window.
Can't get the momentum up.
Helicopter shows up and is like, get away from there. Get down from there.
You got to get down.
Yeah,
get to the chopper.
He ends up like jumping over the helicopter, whipping onto the bottom of it and swinging himself through.
Yep.
And just in time to save the elevator from falling.
Yep.
Everybody gets out.
Well, yeah, it takes a little bit, yeah.
Almost dies.
Yeah.
Because it falls.
She takes forever.
Yeah.
And won't get out.
Yeah,
but,
so.
Yeah.
But he does manage to save her. He whips down and grabs her and pulls her up.
Yep. And then he falls down.
And then he falls. And it's like, you don't see what happens to him.
Yeah, he did.
But I guess he's okay.
I guess it wasn't lethal like they said it would be.
Yeah. So yeah, he saved everybody. We're all good. We get home. It's on the news. Mm-hmm. And it's on like the news at school.
Yeah.
Because they have like their morning news and everything.
Yeah, that morning news.
It's so funny.
With Betty Brant and some guy.
Some guy.
It's just so like bad at it.
Yeah.
It's so high school news.
Yeah.
Thing. It's great.
And
thanks, Spider-Man.
Yeah, so they're talking about that on the news. Martin Starr is there, and this was the part that got me because he's like, I couldn't bear to lose a student on a school trip. Not again. He looks like he's about to cry, and it's like, I want to know this story. What happened here?
Oh, who knows?
Oh my gosh.
We'll never know.
No. So at some point he gets detention. I don't know why exactly. I
think because he just missed everything. And this was probably when he was leaving the school, and the principal stops him and is like, where you headed, bro? Yeah,
because he was leaving instead of going to his Spanish test or whatever.
Yeah.
And the principal takes him to his office, and he's like, you got detention, bro.
Yeah.
So he's in detention.
That principal, his grandfather or father, I'm not sure which, was one of the Howling Commandos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He has a picture of him up on his filing cabinet.
Did he also play that character?
Maybe.
He looked familiar.
I don't know.
I know I've seen him in something, I just don't know what.
He might have. It's very possible.
So maybe that's
where
I've
very
seen
similar. Him. Yeah. But yeah, he gets detention.
Mm-hmm.
With Hannibal Buress running it.
Yep.
And that's where they play the Cap video.
Yes, and so he's like, Captain America's like, so, you got detention.
Yeah.
Michelle's in there, and
Hannibal's like, you don't even have detention.
You don't even have detention. What are you doing here? She's like, just drawing people.
I like to sketch people at their like worst point or something like that.
And she shows the picture, and she's like, it's you. But yeah, Peter has already like skedaddled out of there.
Yeah, he just leaves
because he's like, this is stupid. Why am I here? I need to go do stuff.
Yeah.
So he goes out because he got Karen to look at the footage from the night where he saw the people.
The arms deal.
Yeah, the arms deal going on.
His suit records everything, and it's called the babysitter protocol or something like that. So yeah, which makes sense. It's like, of course it is.
Yeah, and she's like, okay, here's some footage from that night, and it's of him like talking in the mirror.
Yeah, like, I'm Thor.
Well, at first he's like talking like he's talking to Liz, and he's like, hey, yeah, I'm Spider-Man, whatever.
Yeah.
Peter Parker's my friend and everything, and then he starts pretending he's Thor. And he's like, no, further into the night, please. So she gets the footage. She can't recognize the two people selling the weapons, but she
Shocker
does.
And smooth face. His face is too smooth to be recognized.
Exactly. But she does recognize Donald Glover, and she's like, he's got a criminal record. Yeah. His name is Aaron Davis.
Aaron Davis.
And I was like, Aaron Davis!
Uncle Aaron!
Oh my God, Uncle Aaron!
We just saw
him. Yep.
We talked about this last episode.
Exactly. So he goes after him. He's at the grocery. I guess he's leaving the grocery store or whatever.
Yeah, in a parking garage.
Yep. He's put his stuff into his trunk, and he flips his hand to the trunk. So he's stuck there, and he comes in with like this deep voice and everything. Yeah. And he's like, "Why are you doing that voice? That's not the voice you had the other night." He's like,
I know you're a girl.
So
I'm not a girl. I'm a boy. I'm a man.
It's like, okay, well, I know a girl's voice. But he finally takes the voice modulation thing off. Yeah. And he's like, Karen, something about this interrogation mode is sucks.
It's terrible. Don't ever do this.
Let's not do that again. But yeah, he talks to him, and Aaron Davis is like, yeah, I don't want those weapons here. I got a nephew that lives around here. Yeah. And we're like, oh my God, it's Miles.
He said the thing.
Yep. So he doesn't care about those. He tells him that he knows where they're going to be.
Yeah, I got a friend who's meeting up with them later on.
He's like on the Staten Island ferry.
Yeah.
At like 11 or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, thanks for the info. And he starts leaving. He's like, no. You gotta fix this.
Yeah.
You gotta let me out.
You gotta get
this
web off there.
He's like, it'll dissolve in like 2 hours. He's like, I got ice cream. Oh, man.
Yeah. And that's the last we see of Donald Glover in this.
Yep.
And will we ever see him again?
I hope so.
I hope so. I do hope he comes back as the Prowler at some point.
I think it'd be great.
But I don't know. We'll see. I hope we see Miles Morales in these movies too.
Yeah. What they can do is they can have him as Uncle Aaron, and then they can de-age him and have him as Miles also.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, it won't. Goodness. But that would have been great.
Yeah, but it was good to see him in
Yeah.
there. So he heads off to the Staten Island ferry.
Mm-hmm.
He sees Shocker there with some older guy. He's like, I don't recognize that guy. And Karen also can't
recognize the
know
face.
Who it is.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to go meet up with Mac Gargan.
Yep.
And that's what he does. It's Scorpion.
Yep.
So, he's there. They're about to do their deal and everything, and Peter stops them. And then the FBI shows up.
Yep.
It's like, where'd they come from?
Yeah. Why's the FBI here?
Yep. And then Vulture, he's, of course, because he was the older man that was there, that was unrecognizable. He goes and grabs his thing, his little wings suit.
Yeah.
And puts it on and grabs a
Starts
weapon.
Attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's one of those laser things that just destroys everything. And so
the weapon eventually falls on the deck of the ship, and he tries to whip it down.
Because Spider-Man grabs it from him. He grabs it and brings it down because he uses the taser web to get it to make him turn loose, and then it just goes crazy.
Yep.
And it splits the Staten Island ferry in half.
Straight in half. Yep.
And
Spider-Man's like, oopsie.
Spider-Man's like, oh no, didn't mean to do that.
Didn't mean to do that.
So he has to try to keep the two pieces from falling apart.
Shocker and Vulture escape.
Mm-hmm.
So he whips the strongest part of it.
Scorpion goes overboard.
Yeah, he's like, he gets thrown over and he's like hanging on, and then he gets hit in the face with Vulture's wings or something. Yeah. And he just falls overboard. He's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he did get caught.
He did.
Don't know if it was then or
but he's
some other point.
Out in the water.
Yeah. But we don't see him again for a while.
Not for a while.
So, he's trying to keep this ferry from falling apart.
Yeah.
So that it can at least get to wherever it needs to go.
Yeah.
So that everybody can get out. He didn't do the best job.
He missed one of the things. She's like, you got 98% of it.
Yep.
It's like, wait, what? 98?
Yep.
That's not good.
So it all starts falling apart again.
Yeah.
And then who shows up to save the day?
It's Iron Man.
Yep. So he puts it back together. He welds it back together and everything.
Yeah. He's got little helper robot things.
Yep. And of course Peter is still kind of mad at him and everything.
Yeah.
But Tony's like, I was the one who sent the FBI. I was the one I was trying to help and everything.
Yeah, he's like, this wouldn't have happened if you'd have listened to me.
Yeah. And he's like, well, what would be really helpful if you would actually show up? And he steps out of the suit and he's like, I am actually here.
And Spider-Man jumps back. And
he's like, oh crap.
Oh no.
Yep. And so they have a little argument and everything.
A little kissy.
And no. And Peter's like, I just wanted to be like you.
Ooh,
and
be like you.
And Iron Man's like, and I wanted you to be better. And it's like, that's so mean. Yeah. He's just trying his best, Come on. So
but remember, Iron Man's so upset about everything going on.
Yeah.
He's
maybe at this point
crippled.
he's finally been like,
it finally hit him.
Everything just hit me at once.
Yeah. He was in denial in the car earlier.
Yeah.
And now he's in the anger.
Yeah.
stage.
And now he's like, I hate everything. Yeah. My parents are dead.
Why'd you say that name?
So anyway, he's like, I'm taking your suit.
Yeah.
I'm taking it back.
Like, no, I need that suit. I'm nothing without that suit.
I'm nothing without that suit. And he's like, if you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. The suit's not the hero.
So he takes the suit because he's like, I don't have any clothes to change into. Yeah. He's like, we'll figure something out. So he's got like a I survived New York shirt or something.
He looks ridiculous.
Yep. So he has to go home and everything. And Aunt May is so mad. She's like, I was so worried about you. I've been calling you. You haven't been answering.
I called the police stations.
Yep. She's like, you went missing. You left.
You left detention.
Yep.
You left a decathlon.
Yep.
What's up with you?
What is up with you? And he's like, I lost the internship.
And she just forgets all about everything.
Yep. She's like, oh, okay.
And she's like, I used to sneak out too.
Yeah. I was like, okay. And?
I know you're not going to believe this. But your hot aunt used to sneak out every once in a while.
Yep. So now he doesn't have his suit anymore. So it's harder for him to like do any kind of Spider-Man stuff. So
he's got to go back to his old suit.
Yep. So he starts doing better in school.
Yeah. He actually just... does a hero.
It's like, all right, well, I'll just do whatever.
I'll do school now, I guess.
Yep. He runs into Liz in the hallway and apologizes about the whole decathlon thing.
Yeah.
And she's been busy, like, getting ready for the homecoming dance. And
he's like, I bet you already got a date, don't you?
She's like, I've been so busy, like, planning everything. I've just been so hot and
busy.
That no one has asked me.
And
so he's like, well, would you want to go with me?
Her being busy does not stop guys from asking her.
Exactly. Anybody could still be like, hey, I see you're busy working on homecoming stuff. You want to go with me?
Yeah. How would you like to enjoy that thing you're working on so hard?
But I mean, it never shows her like actually interested in anybody other than him.
Yeah.
So,
but
maybe she was just waiting for him to ask her.
Maybe Flash tried.
Yeah, and she was probably like, no.
And Abe tried.
Abe's like, ding,
ding, homecoming.
Oh man, that chess
Cindy
kid.
tried.
That chess kid probably did.
Yeah, I love that chess kid.
Oh man, Ned already asked her.
Everybody.
No. Oh man,
Martin Starr.
Oh, gross. Not that Martin Starr's gross.
Wow.
Gross.
Shots fired at Martin Starr.
No, just she's a child.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like 15 in this.
I mean, I actually think Martin Starr's kind of cute, but whatever.
He's his Freaks and Geeks character though. Man, he had a rough time growing up.
Yeah, he definitely looks better than he did when he
grew into his looks.
Yes, he did.
Okay, calm down. Yes, he did.
I didn't mean it like that.
You were fanning yourself.
Was not.
He said, yes, he did. Oh, my stars.
Stop it. Oh, Martin, stop.
You poured a bucket of water on your head.
Hold on. I gotta go get some ice cubes out of the freezer or something. It's suddenly really hot in here. Anyway. I don't know where I was.
I know exactly where you were.
Stop.
You were in Fantasyland.
Stop it. Oh my god.
So
she says to homecoming. She's like, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So, yay, they're going to homecoming together.
Yay. This relationship has been great so far. Yay.
Yay.
They're such a great couple.
He starts getting ready. Aunt May tries to teach him how to dance. They have to learn together how to tie a Windsor knot.
Yeah, they watched some videos.
Yep. But he's all ready to go.
You think those were Uncle Ben's suits that he put on? That wasn't his closet.
I don't know. Uncle Ben was tiny.
Wow. Sorry, he's not Martin Starr. Your dreamboat. I think it was.
Maybe.
Yeah, he was a short king. Marissa Tomei loves a short king.
She does.
Yeah. Joe Pesci, although they were cousins.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, so he's going to homecoming.
Yeah.
She drops him off.
She does. She drops him off at Liz's place. He goes up to the door, knocks, rings the doorbell, whatever he does, I don't know.
Who cares?
I wasn't paying attention.
So big, who cares?
It does not matter.
How he gets their attention at the door does really not important.
Not matter. The door opens. That's all we need to know. Door opens.
He could have hit it with his butt, and it does not matter.
He could have whipped it a couple of times. I don't know. But what matters is the door opens, and it's the Vulture.
It is.
He's not wearing his Vulture costume.
That would have been real weird. Hey, Peter. Don't mind me.
So he invites him in and everything, and Peter's just like, oh no, I know this guy. This is a bad guy.
He's in a real freaked out way.
Yeah, so he's so awkward.
Yes, it's real weird, man.
It's real awkward. It's awkward because he's like, I'll drop you off at the dance because I'm on my way to the airport and everything. So they have to take the car with him.
Yeah.
It's awkward there.
He has a corsage for Liz.
He
Liz
just
is like,
throws it at her, basically.
Like, yeah, here.
They're taking pictures. Her mom's
she
like,
does not smile,
and he's just like, I don't know what to do with my whole body.
Yeah, it's real weird.
He's in the back of the car.
Yeah.
My favorite part was she shows him something on her phone. He's like, aw. Like, and then he immediately just looks forward like, yeah, I just want to die. Oh, man.
But they're talking on the way. Mm-hmm. Adrian is interviewing him. That's not right.
Just asking questions.
Questions.
Trying to get to know him a little bit.
Yeah.
And she starts talking about how he always disappears. Yeah,
you were at the party for like 2 seconds, then you disappeared.
And then you disappeared in Washington, D.C., and you disappeared here and there and all this stuff. Uh-huh. And he's like,
Tim's like, interesting. So, you work for Stark. They mentioned the Stark thing.
He's like, yeah, I don't work there anymore. She's like, oh, but you're such good friends with Spider-Man. Yeah. He's like, oh, crap.
He's like, oh, Spider-Man. Interesting.
He's like, yeah, he's a cool dude.
What's he like? Yeah. So, he realizes who he is.
Yep.
During that ride.
Yep. So, he's like, Liz, when they pull up to the school, you go on inside. I need to have a dad talk with Peter here.
Yep.
So, she's like, okay, don't be too harsh on him or whatever. And she leaves.
Pulls out his gun.
Yeah, and he's like,
listen, buddy.
I know who you are and you know who I am. And he's like,
only thing that matters to me is family. Mm-hmm. I'm in Fast and Furious.
Yep. He's like, you stay out of my business or I'll kill you and everyone you love.
Yep. So
Peter's like, yeah.
Gotcha.
Sounds good.
He's like, I just saved your life, so say thank you.
Yep.
He's and like, go out there, have a good time. Not too good a time.
Yep.
And then, yeah.
Yep. So he's like, oh, crap. So he gets out of there and he walks in, or he's about to walk in.
Yeah.
And he looks over and he sees everybody having fun and
at
Michelle
the homecoming dance flips him off for no reason.
And everything. Yeah, because that's just how she is.
She's so edgy.
Everybody else is like, "Hey, Peter," and he's like, "I gotta go.
I gotta go be
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So he heads out, and immediately the bad guys are there.
Yeah, Shocker just punches the crap out of him.
Yep.
Knocks him through a couple buses.
Yep.
Can't get his web shooters on.
No, but Ned happens to grab a web shooter and shoots it at Shocker's weapon, I guess.
I think so, yeah.
And helps out a little bit.
Yeah, then Spider-Man's able to defeat him.
Yep.
Web him to a bus.
Yep, and get out of there.
Yep.
So he gets out of there. He steals Flash's car.
Yeah, Flash shows up late. Just real Flash. He went to eat with his date, and the food wasn't fresh enough, so he had to send it back.
Oh my gosh.
He's the worst character.
This guy. So anyway, he's like, I'm going to need your car. And he's like, it's my dad's car. And he's like, don't care, I'm going to need your car. So he leaves him on the side of the road and takes off.
Yeah.
He does not know how to drive very well. He's only driven in like parking lots or whatever.
Yep.
He can't even turn on the headlights.
Yeah. They have to like look it up.
Why were the headlights not already on?
I don't know. Yeah, they should have been on. Maybe he turned them off when he pulled up.
Maybe.
Yeah, he didn't want to blind anybody. Still seems like a bad idea.
Flash.
Yeah, Flash wouldn't care.
Flash don't care.
Flash don't care.
So anyway, he does manage to get the lights back on.
Yeah.
Gets to wherever he's going. I can't remember where he was going. I don't remember what happened.
He gets to a warehouse where Vulture is in there, like getting his stuff ready. He's like, stop it, Vulture. I'm here.
Stop it.
Stop being bad.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
Oh, okay. That came out of nowhere.
I ran into that, I guess. Maybe that was just my interpretation.
But Vulture calls his little flying suit to him.
Yeah.
And
he's ducking, diving, bobbing, weaving, staying out of the way. He's like, I didn't even touch me.
Yep. He's like, it wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to. I was trying to take down the building on top of you. Yep. And the building falls on top of him.
Yep. And the vulture just leaves.
Whoops. Yep. Happy this whole time has been loading up a Stark plane or whatever, because I guess they're moving stuff over to the new Avengers headquarters or whatever.
So they're moving it out of the tower.
Yep. So they've got it all loaded up on the plane and send it off. It's like autopilot and everything. Yep. They've got it set so that it'll disappear.
Cloaking devices, yeah.
So it takes off, and Vulture's like, I gotta get into that plane.
Uh-huh.
So he does, but he's got some extra baggage.
Well, we got to talk about how if Peter is under a building.
Yes, that's true. I forgot about that part.
Yeah. And then he's crying out for help. Mm-hmm. And he looks forward in the puddle. He sees half Spider-Man, half him. Mm-hmm. Like, the suit doesn't make me, or whatever. We hear Tony say, yeah, you gotta be better in the suit. So he lifts up the building, finds his power. Reminiscent of, if you've heard my previous podcast, Defenders of the Ark.
Is this from Spider-Man No More?
No.
Or is it from a different one?
It is from If This Be My Destiny.
That's it.
Yep.
See, I did listen to your podcast.
You did.
And I read along.
You did. That's why we work so well.
Most of them. I don't know if I read all of them. I don't think I read that Transformers one. I think you did a Transformers episode, and I was like, we did a Transformers.
That's fine. In If This Be My Destiny, Aunt May is dying again. Because she's always dying. Because she was like 100. Sorry, 100-year-olds that listen. And Dr. Octopus had medicine that she needed, and he tried to get it, and they crushed a building down on him, much like this, and he lifted it. It's a very monumental moment in Spider-Man lore, but the whole story kind of sucks, but that moment's good. Okay. So, yeah, very reminiscent. Yeah. So he lifts it, and he gets out.
Yeah. And then he attaches himself to Vulture, basically.
It's like, I feel a little drag on this.
Yeah.
Who knows?
There's a little resistance. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it's Spider-Man.
It's him.
He's there.
Still doesn't have a parachute. If he falls, he's in trouble.
Yep. There's a bunch of stuff with the plane. I don't know. At this point, I'm like, can this movie end? I mean, I like this movie, but gosh, it just felt like it was going on forever.
Yeah, Toomes gets in the plane using the little portal thing, and he's got the suction thing. There was a long-running thing of Tinkerer wanted to build the aerial seal, vacuum seal, so he could, and then Toomes is finally like, all right, let's do it. Yep. He didn't want to do anything on this level. He wanted to stay under the radar, small time, so it didn't set off anything with the FBI and Iron Man. But once the FBI caught on, it's like, all right, screw it, let's do this. Yep. I'm out of options here. So, yeah. So he's in there looking at all the tech. We see, like, Iron Man armor is being transported. Weapons. Yeah, because he sees the Iron Man, like, helmet, and he just tosses it. Yeah. He's like, I don't care. Yeah. And he sets the autopilot. He's going to set it to go somewhere else. The coordinates to a different place. So. And he sets, like, a little drone out that will keep it on track. Yep. Like it is actually the plane, but it's not. Yeah. So Happy sees that little drone going. He's like, yep, looks good. Everything's great. Happy? No. Yeah. Happy's dumb. But Spider-Man's able to kick the armor a little bit so that he can... It messes up the seal. Yeah. And so Toomes gets mad. Takes off after him, and then they fight. They're not fighting. There's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of fighting on the plane. Blowing up a bunch of engines. Cuts the engine a bunch. Plane starts going down. Yeah. He's like, I just need one of these cases and we'll be okay. Yep. And the other guy's like, the Tinker is like, get out of there, man. You gotta it's gonna blow. And they crash it. They crash it at Coney Island. Luckily, it only takes out Coney Island. Nobody's there. It's part of Coney Island. Nobody's ever at Coney Island. Like I said, nobody goes to Coney Island anymore. I've been to Coney Island, and there was nobody there. Was there really nobody? There was really nobody there. Rough go for Coney Island. So maybe at night there are more people there. I don't know. So you would think, well, not this night. Yeah. Obviously. So I don't know. Yeah. So it crashes. Debris everywhere. Yep. Spider-Man's head's ringing. Yep. And then Vulture just comes out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Yeah, because he can't hear him. He can't see him because it's all smoky and everything. He just comes out of the smoke and smacks into him. Just beats the crap out of him. So they fight some more. And I guess he's about to kill Peter or whatever, but then he sees there's one crate of stuff. Yeah. And so he's like, I'm going to grab this crate. I got to get out of here. So he starts going, and Peter's trying to say, no, your suit is about to explode, bro. It's too heavy for him or something.
guy too.
Yeah, he says bro.
Like, bro.
He calls people bro a lot.
Yeah, a lot. It's weird. I don't understand, but yeah. But he's like, your wingsuit's gonna explode.
And he tries to stop him, but he's out of thwippers.
Yep. And Vulture suit explodes. So Peter runs over and finds him under like, I guess it's part of the suit or whatever.
Yeah.
And he pulls him out to safety and everything.
Carries him out.
Yep. And I guess he finally gets his web shooters working again because he gets all of the stuff together on the beach and webs it all together and webs
Vulture to
it and is like, puts a little sign on there that's like, hey, this is that Vulture guy.
Sorry about your plane.
Yep. And of course, Happy finds it.
Yeah.
And with all the people that he's with. So there we go. He's saved the day. He's caught the bad guy. Mm-hmm. Everything's good.
Yep.
Except that Liz is now moving to Oregon because her dad is in jail.
He sees the next day at school. She's upset and saying goodbye.
And he's like,
sorry about that homecoming
Well, he's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, about what? The homecoming dance?
You say that a lot.
Like, yeah. He's like, yeah, and about your dad and everything.
Yeah.
It's gotta suck.
She says, I guess Oregon's gonna be nice.
Yep.
It won't be.
Yeah, so...
I hear Oregon's very nice.
So, like, her dad wanted her to be out of the city when he goes to trial and everything.
Yeah.
To trail. So, yeah, she's moving.
He's grooving.
Yeah, they have a meeting for the decathlon.
Yeah.
Academic decathlon. They're like, well, Liz isn't here anymore, so we're gonna need a new captain of the team.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Michelle.
Yeah,
and she's like,
so happy for no reason.
She's like, my people. I don't know why I said my people.
Peeps.
My friends call me MJ.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay.
Ned's like, I thought you didn't have any friends.
She's like,
I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she has friends now. It's a weird moment at the end there to cram in the MJ stuff. And like, oh, we're friends now. I like y'all now. It was a bit cheesy. But I didn't mind it when I saw it. Yeah. This time I was like, okay, it was a little silly.
Yeah. So Peter gets a call. He's like, I gotta take this call. And he starts leaving and she's like, where are you going?
What are you hiding?
What secrets are you hiding? Yeah. And she's like, no, I'm just kidding.
I don't care.
Exactly. So he goes off. He meets Happy. Happy's just chilling in the bathroom.
As he does. Yeah. He didn't check the bathroom.
No, because there's somebody in there.
Yeah.
And it's real awkward when the kid comes out and has to wash his hands and dry his hands and everything. They're just standing there waiting. And then when he's done, they're like, I'm going to go take you to Tony now. It's like, why didn't you just go ahead and take him?
Just have him meet you at the car.
All you had to do.
Yeah.
So, he takes him to the new Avengers headquarters.
Yep.
And Tony's there, of course, and he's like, all right, this is your moment.
Got a surprise for you.
Here's your new suit. You're joining the Avengers.
Suit. Yeah. I got some reporters in there. We're going to go introduce you as the
newest Avenger.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
This whole thing very reminiscent of the Civil War storyline in the comics where he gave Spider-Man the Iron Spider suit and he had him reveal his secret identity to everybody. It was a whole deal. And it was weird, but didn't work out well for Peter.
Yeah, he would have done that too, and like he would have made him do that.
Maybe
because of the Sokovia Accords.
Oh yeah, he would have.
He would have to reveal who he is.
Yeah,
I just realized.
I love how angry you're getting.
Sorry,
your hands are literally on your hips. You are upset.
Like this dang Sokovia Accord
guy. He gets one friend paralyzed, and suddenly he's furious. And he's making all these bad decisions.
I'm like, I can't believe
Tony Abigail Stark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My goodness.
So,
I mean, that literally just hit me for the first time. I'm like, wait a minute. So, anyway, so he's like, so are you ready to join the Avengers? Yeah. This is your chance. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I need to stay street level. Be your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man for a while.
Exactly.
And he's like, this is a test, right?
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, you don't really have reporters, but he's
like,
yeah, it was a test.
Yeah, no reporters.
Yep. So he starts heading out, and then as he's leaving, he's way away.
Yeah.
He can't hear
Happy told him to go wait in the car.
Exactly. So the door opens. It's Pepper Potts. Yeah. There are reporters all in there.
Yeah.
And she's like,
where's the kid?
He's like, and this is the part that makes me laugh because Gwyneth Paltrow did not realize that she was in a Spider-Man movie.
Right. She thought it was for an Avengers movie.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But that always makes me laugh. Because it's like, I wasn't in a Spider-Man movie. It's like,
yeah.
Girl, yeah, you were. So, yeah. But they're like, what are we going to tell the reporters?
Yeah, we need a big announcement.
Exactly.
And so he asks Happy if he has that ring still.
Yep. He pulls it out of his pocket.
Just has a loose ring.
Yeah.
No, like, box or anything.
And Pepper's like, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
So I wonder what they told the reporters.
Well, he did take that ring in there with him.
He did.
So he might have. Who knows?
Don't know. So he goes back home, opens his door to his bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And on his bed, there's a bag.
Yeah.
And it's
from
his,
the Spider-Man.
From T.S.
Elliot.
And you were like, the Spider-Man? I'm like, no. Tony
It was
Stark.
a Fight Club moment where he has two personalities.
No.
What?
No. So, anyway, it's his spider suit.
Yeah.
So he puts it on, he's all excited and everything,
Yeah.
and then Aunt May opens the door.
Well, she was standing at the door.
she's
The door was
standing
just
at the door,
open.
that's it. Yeah.
Because he's terrible about just
what are
putting
you
the
doing?
suit on.
Peter, what are you doing?
In the open.
Yeah, and he turns around, and she's there.
Yeah, and she's
like, what the Yep.
And it cut out. It was very funny.
Yeah.
And then we got credits.
We do. We have credits, and we have a mid-credit scene.
Yep.
We're in jail.
Yeah, we went to jail for a bit.
Mm-hmm. We are recording from jail right now.
Yes. Thank you to the prison system.
No, there's a prison. Vulture's in there. Scorpion's in there.
They're talking.
A
couple guys like us do some good.
Don't. I put in my notes, I have Scorpion and Vulture in the clink together.
Yeah. Yep.
Find the Dementors.
But Scorpion wants to go after Spider-Man, and he heard Vulture knows who he is.
Yeah, he's like, I heard a rumor. That you know who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
That you know who Spider-Man is. And Vulture's like, if I knew who he was, he'd be dead.
Yeah. So, I guess that's that.
Yep. And then the guard's like, your family's here to see you. Yo, Adrian. Your family.
Oh. Get over here.
Yay. Gosh. So.
Gapagoo.
No.
So I see this family.
The Italians love us.
Yeah. We're big in Italy. Yeah, geez. So that's pretty much that. And then there's the final after credit scene.
Yes. You go through all of the credits.
Yep.
And there is one scene.
Uh-huh.
Captain America comes onto the screen.
Yeah.
And he's talking about patience.
Yeah. Now, you wait so long for something and it's kind of disappointing.
Yep.
But that's okay. It's okay to be disappointed sometimes. Yep. I honestly, in the theater, was a little disappointed when I saw it. I was like, okay. I mean, it's funny, but I did want something else.
There have been several times that I have been disappointed at the very end of one of these.
Yeah.
The worst one probably is Endgame.
Wow, but it's such a tribute.
I know it is, but also that's some long credits to sit there.
It was a long time
just to hear.
It's true.
That.
I think I was also, yeah. So I get it.
I honestly don't think I stayed for the credits because I spoiled myself and saw what it was, and I was like, yeah, I'm not staying for that. Or someone had told me it wasn't really, worth it. So.
Yeah. It's not like when you spoiled us for Blade showing up in Eternals. Because you looked it up if there was going to be an in credits and you saw that it was Blade. You're like, oh, well, I spoiled that for myself.
For myself. I didn't spoil it for you.
Spoil it for me. You didn't.
Yeah.
So that's the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Good movie. I thought.
There we go.
You hated it.
No, it was just long.
Yeah. Well, we're also watching this late and recording this late.
Yes.
Which, whose fault is that?
Both of ours.
Yeah.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. No, sir. No, this was a mutual we're the worst thing.
We're the worst. But yes, we did put it off for a bit. But I still really like it. It was a good introduction of Spider-Man. We didn't have to go through the whole origin story thing. We've seen it multiple times. Yeah,
I like that. I did like that. That was one of the things that they were walking down the street together, him and Ned, and he was like, "Yeah, I got bit by a spider." And he's like, "Can it bite me too?" And he's like, "No, it's dead."
Yeah.
That was it.
That was it.
I'm like, okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
I do like that.
That was good. Had a lot of spider people in it. A lot of good. I thought Michael Keaton was really good in it. Mm-hmm. Originally, they were going to do Vulture for Spider-Man 4, the Tobey Maguire ones.
Oh, okay.
And it was going to be John Malkovich as Vulture, which I think he would have been pretty good.
Yeah, he'd probably be fine.
He'd have been kind of weird.
Yeah.
It would have been funny. But that never happened, so here we are now. And yeah, I like Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
And yeah, good start to the Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how it goes from here. Anything else we need to cover before we move along?
So, you may have noticed the number 42. I don't think
it was huge in this.
I don't think I saw 42 in there. Just playing. Just kidding.
Yeah. All right. Well, then let's move on to our snack for this week. It's Cookie Month.
Yeah.
As we know. as everybody knows in the nation.
Yeah, it's May is Cookie Month. So, I bought these before we realized that we were going to be doing 3 Spider-Man in a row.
Right.
But I was like, okay, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to make this work with the theme.
Oh, no.
I told you what it was.
Did you?
Yes.
I wasn't listening.
Because you weren't listening because it was in text.
Oh.
So, because we did Into the Spider-Verse last week.
Yeah.
And we're going to do Across the Spider-Verse next week.
Yes.
So, sandwiched in between those is this movie.
Yes.
So, what did we have? America's favorite sandwich cookies.
An Oreo.
Oreos. But it's a specific kind of Oreo.
Toffee Crunch Oreo.
Yeah, it's not regular Oreos.
Yes.
These are Toffee Crunch Oreos. Toffee flavored cream with sugar crystals. And yeah, there we go. That's it.
All right. And we've already tried them.
We have.
Because we weren't patient.
We ate them actually while we were watching the movie, so they were our movie snack.
Yes. They have quite a strong smell to them.
They smell butterscotch, kind of.
Yeah. Almost like coffee-like to me.
Yeah, a little bit. I can see that.
So that was pretty strong, but I thought the flavor was pretty good.
Yeah, if you can get past the smell, the strong smell.
Yeah.
The flavor is good.
I think maybe I needed bigger toffee pieces.
Well, it doesn't have toffee pieces.
Right.
That's
so
the thing.
Bigger than 0.
Yeah, because they have the sugar crystals, which are supposed to give it that crunch.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't actually have pieces of toffee.
I think it needed pieces of toffee in there.
Yeah.
I think that would have made it really
Just put
good.
some like Heath bar in there.
Yeah. That's the good part about toffee.
Yeah. Is the actual toffee.
Yeah.
Not just the flavor.
Because isn't toffee... What is toffee? Is it just caramel, like really hard caramel? What is toffee? Is it like brown sugar or molasses or something?
What is toffee?
Siri, what's toffee? Siri, what's toffee? It's a confection made by caramelizing sugar or molasses along with butter and occasionally flour. So, I mean, it's basically...
Yeah, and usually it has some kind of a nut in it, it seems like.
You're a nut.
You're a nut.
Are you sure it has a nut in it?
A lot of times, yeah.
I've never heard of it having nuts. Let's see.
I feel like it does. Well, it says, while being prepared, toffee is sometimes mixed with nuts or raisins.
Ugh, get out.
It's kind of like a, when it's nuts, it's kind of like a peanut brittle. That's kind of a toffee-ish kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like caramelized sugar.
Yeah, it's true.
So
yeah, I think you're maybe a bigger toffee fan than me.
Probably.
But doesn't mean I don't like toffee. I don't go for it too often, but I do think it failed kind of in the Toffee Crunch promise. I was expecting more.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the picture of it is like big old hunks of toffee there.
Yeah, the picture of it, it looks like Heath bar. Like,
yeah, like this is what you're getting.
Yeah, and it's not what you actually get.
So what do you rate these?
But I mean, you can't go by what's on here either, because there's like, they have a blackout cake one that just shows a picture of a blackout cake, and you're not expecting to have blackout cake.
I expected fireworks, and there were fireworks in my mouth when those fireworks.
They did pop.
They did.
It's true.
So I think
it's close enough to fireworks.
I think we should probably sue them for truth in advertising.
False advertisement.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. Because it literally says toffee flavored cream.
I don't care that much about this.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you rating them? Because they're fine.
I'm going to give them a 6.
Okay. Yeah, pretty good. I think I'm just going to go 5.
Okay.
Pretty middle of the road.
Yeah.
I'd eat them. They're not like the Chips Ahoy.
Yeah.
That we had last week, where I
week before last.
Oh, okay. Where I just didn't want any more after we had one.
Yeah.
These I could probably take them down.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel better about the Chips Ahoy.
Yeah.
Nobody at work wanted them either, so. Well, one person at work ate some of them.
Yeah.
And then I ate some.
Yeah. Who buys those? Who buys the soft Chips Ahoy?
The chewy. Apparently, okay, the person that is at work that is eating them was like, I love chewy Chips Ahoy. I was like,
I don't understand it.
I don't get you.
I don't get it.
Which, I mean, I've never
you never got
that person anyways. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Now I'm just being mean.
All right. Well, are you a chewy Chips Ahoy person? What's wrong
you're about to say, are you a soft taco? I don't know what's
Are you a soft taco?
It's 11:30.
It is.
But it's Memorial Day weekend, so.
It is. Happy Memorial Day. Yesterday. Where does this Spider-Man rank for you in the Spider-Man movies? Let us know on Twitter at HavingFunCast or on Facebook at HavingFunPod.
Or you can send us an email at havingfunpod@gmail.com. Also, if you have any snack ideas for us, let us know.
Please let us know.
Because Cookie Month is over.
It is.
We got so much.
We got to figure out something else now.
That we got to do.
Yeah. So
I don't know what we're going to do.
Go find some snacks for us. Have a good time, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.